Hi, I am Alda Ananda. Today, I will tell you about Newton's law. To understand Newton's law, we shall discuss about 1. Definition of force, 2. Kinds of force, 3. Resultant of force, 4. Newton's law, 5. Application of Newton's law. Force in physics is any interaction that can cause a mass object to move in the direction of direction, as well as geometric construction. On this planet, we know there are 4 fundamental forces: strong nuclear forces and weak nuclear forces. Only act at very short distance and are responsible for binding certain nucleons and arranging nuclear. The electromagnetic forces act between the electric charge and the gravity force in action between the masses. Strong nuclear forces' main job is to hold together the subatomic particles of the nucleus. As most people learn in their science education, like charge repel and unlike charge attract. Weak nuclear forces is a force that causes subatomic particles within the nuclei of an atom to decay or break up into smaller particles and to give off energy as radiation. Resultant force is the vector sum of those forces, and the formula is R equal F1 plus F2 plus blah 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 plus Fn. In a resultant of force, we know 2 laws, and we call motion laws. First law, if the resultant force acting on an object is zero, it will not change its motion in any way. Second law, if the resultant force is not zero, the object will accelerate in the direction of the net force. First, Newton's law is about inertia. Newton said each object remains stationary or moves at the constant speed in a straight line unless there is a resultant force acting on the object. Second, Newton's law is about the relation between mass and acceleration. Newton said the greater the amount of force given, the greater the change in acceleration. Third, Newton's law is about action-reaction. Newton said when an object gives force to another object, the second object will give the same force and the opposite direction to the first object. A car that is braking, then the body will be passed forward. When you press the gas pedal, you will be turned backwards. Paper that is under the glass is pulled quickly, so the glass will remain silent because of the result of its force being zero. The ball rolling on slippery ice will continue to roll at a steady pace because it is not subject to external forces, or in other words, the resultant force is zero. In the construction of bridge, the formula number of forces must be equal to zero is known. If the force is not zero, then there is the potential for a bridge not to be sturdy and to collapse. The bus that runs on the highway will get an acceleration that is proportional to the force and inversely proportional to the mass of the bus. Small mass objects are given the same force as objects whose large mass will experience greater acceleration than objects with large mass because acceleration is directly proportional to the resultant force. Move object to a higher position using an inclined plane. Cycling on a downhill road will be faster than on a flat road or hill. When we set foot on the ground, we give a thrust to the land. The driving force given by this land is direction force. This process takes place continuously so that we can walk on the ground. Bursts of hot gas downward produced by burning rocket fuel will push the rocket upward.